Hey guys, welcome back to my kitchen. I am Minju from spoondive.com, and today I'll show you how to make a delicious garlic pork rib recipe. This is a really popular Cantonese dish that you can find in almost any dim sum restaurants. I love this dish growing up, and especially the way my mom makes it. And nowadays, I still make it all the time. We eat a lot of pork growing up, and I can tell you that this is one of my favorite recipes to prepare for it. You'll see what I mean once I show you. Let's get started. Here are the ingredients that you'll need for this recipe. You'll need 2 pounds of pork spare ribs, 12 cloves of garlic, black bean, light soy sauce and dark soy sauce, mirin, cornstarch, oyster sauce, sugar, water, green onion, and cilantro. First thing we're gonna do is to cut the ribs into smaller pieces by cutting in between the bones. And when you are purchasing the pork spare ribs, don't be afraid to select one that's more well marbled, meaning that there's some fat in between the layers of meat, which will give us a more rich and full body taste of the meat, which is exactly what we want for this recipe. Next, we'll finely mince some cilantro and green onion for the garnish later. Be sure to use a fresh cutting board and a knife to prevent cross-contamination from the pork that we cut earlier. And next, we're about to start making the sauce. But before we do that, let's rinse off 1 tablespoon of salted black bean to get rid of the extra salt, so that it'll bring out that nice fermented taste of the black beans. Next, I'm going to crush the garlic. If you don't have a garlic crusher, you can just chop them up really nicely. You want the garlic to be as fine as possible, as it will really elevate the flavor of this dish. Now we can start making the sauce. I'm adding in that 1 tablespoon of washed black beans and 1 cup of water, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce, and 1 teaspoon of oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, and 12 cloves of crushed garlic. And lastly, I'm adding in 1 tablespoon of mirin. Now let's pour the sauce mixture into the ribs. I'm using my hands to help mix them up so that every piece of ribs can absorb the sauce nicely. I'm letting it marinate for 30 minutes. When the ribs are almost done marinating, I preheat the oven at 400 degrees. Just before I bake the ribs, I'm placing them into a baking dish. I'm using a casserole dish because it's slightly deeper and I want it to collect the extra liquid while it cooks. I'm placing a sheet of foil onto the dish to create some steaming effect. Then I like to make a couple of vents to let some of the steam escape. Now my oven is ready and I'm placing the dish into it and let it cook for 35 minutes. Now let's see what it looks like. Carefully open up the foil with a utensil. If you're not sure if they are cooked, check it with a thermometer and make sure the internal temperature is 145 degrees or higher. Now I'm adding in 1 tablespoon of dark soy sauce. This is going to add additional flavor to the dish and a nice brown color. And top it up with some green onions and cilantro. Now these delicious ribs are ready to be served. The ribs are so savory and robust in taste, and it's amazingly smooth and juicy. And the time that I let the rib marinate is totally worth it. Now the ribs are perfectly seasoned, and the garlic really brings out that rich, savory taste of the pork. There are a couple of ways that I like to pair this dish with. One way is to pair it with steamed rice, and be sure to add some of the sauce from the rib into the rice. This is so delicious. I also made this quick and easy chow mein recipe while the ribs are marinating and cooking. It also pairs so well with these ribs. They are the perfect combinations. The ingredients are very similar and they are quick and easy to make. I linked the chow mein recipe with this video and be sure to check it out. I also have this recipe in the description box below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I hope you have a nice day and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!